Hey there. As I prepare to board a bus south for Georgia in the next few days, one of the questions that I get asked a lot is what kind of gear does it take to live for 6 months on the trail? Well, that's what I wanted to show you guys today. So this is my carrying case for my backpack, just to transport it down there. I wanted to talk about some of the gear that I'm actually wearing right now, because that's where it all starts. This is typically what I'll be wearing to hike in. I know as the weather, it's going to be a little colder down there, so I've got some other shirts that I can put on, and some other jackets and such packed in the bag. I'm packed a little heavy because of course it's going to be cold, and I'm going to need the extra clothes for warmth. So here, let's start right from the bottom up. I wear merino wool base layer. This is Smart Wool brand, mid-weight base layer, excuse me. These are Eddie Bauer First Ascent Guide Series pants. I like these pants a lot because they're 4-way stretch. I can move around freely in them. It's really nice for hiking. Socks, again, merino wool, and my preferred brand is Darn Tough. This is my knife that I'll be carrying on the trail. This is the Mora Light My Fire knife, which comes with a fire steel in case I get in a pinch where one of my lighters won't work. And then, so let's take a look at my pack here. So these are my trekking poles. I highly recommend these if you're going to be going on these treks through the mountains. They've helped me a ton of times, kept me from falling down, and they're great. This year I've done a lot of work to get my weight down about another 15 pounds from where I was at last year on Isle Royal. So let's start on the outside of the pack. Let's start over here. Smart water bottle, and I'll carry 2 of these full of water whenever I hike. I like Smart water bottles because they're cheap and lightweight. So in here, in this front pocket, I carry my camp shoes, and I wear Crocs. These also work good for crossing streams and whatnot when they're deeper than your boots. So Crocs are lightweight and they work great. Over here is the tent poles, and I'll talk about my tent here. This is where I put my tent. I like to have it down here in the bottom because I've got this zipper pocket here where I can easily access it in a rainstorm or whatever when I need to put it up quick. I carry the Big Agnes Fly Creek UL1. It's a lightweight tent. It's small. It's done me well before in heavy rainstorms. I approve this tent. My only concern is if I get held up for a day or so in my tent, then it's pretty small and it might be a little claustrophobic. Alright, in the top lid here, more quick things that I can get to quickly. Rain jacket, rain pants. Same as my rain jacket, these are the Marmot Pre-Sip full zip pants. They've got a zipper down the side so you can vent them, and these will hopefully keep my legs dry in the rain, but I'm more concerned about cold weather gear. This serves as another layer, and it also blocks the wind a bit to keep me warm when it's cold. And from what I hear, it's going to be cold and snowy in the Smoky Mountains, even in the end of March. Pack cover. This goes over my pack when it rains. It's worked really well before to keep everything dry inside. I'm also taking one more precaution, which I'll get to in a little bit, and I'll show you when I get there. David A. Miller's Guide to the Appalachian Trail. I have another guide that I bought last year. This thing is hands down the best guide. So I'll be able to keep it for a keepsake, and I like to have it there, something to look at and look ahead to. This is probably the cheapest piece of gear that I've got in my backpack here, and this is actually some packing material that was sent with some gear I ordered from Sierra Trading Post. And the reason that I'm carrying this thing, it's super lightweight. I mean, it can't weigh anything, and it's durable. I've found that I can sit on it and it doesn't pop, and I can also use it for a pillow at night when I sleep. So I think it's going to be a handy piece of gear for sitting on the ground and whatnot. So thank you, Sierra Trading Post, for that. So now we work our way inside the pack. So here's a pack towel. I carry this. The main thing I've used this for is a lot of times when you get up in the morning and your tent is soaking wet from the rain, I like to wipe it off so I'm not putting it away drenched anyways. And heck, I might go swimming at some point in time. Here's my food bag, and I'm not going to talk too much about the food that I'm going to be carrying, but I will tell you that I'll be carrying about 2 pounds per day of food, and usually 3 to 4 days worth of food at a time. This bag is a Sea to Summit. This is a waterproof roll top bag, so nothing in here is going to get wet, and I'll be hanging this thing from a tree. So this is my nylon rope, and this is a bag here that I'll put rocks in, throw the rocks over the tree in this bag, which will pull the rope over the limb, and then I'll be able to hang my bag so that the bears won't be able to get to my food. And inside here I carry a roll of tenacious tape. It's repair tape for gear, and everybody swears by this stuff, so I just picked some up. It weighs nothing, so I figure it can't hurt to have it in my pack. Cookware. This is a GSI Duelist, and it's bigger than what I need. At some point I may trade it out for something a little bit smaller, but it comes with a lid so you can boil noodles and whatnot, and there's also a strainer on this edge over here to dump the water out. And then the pot itself, this is my cook stove, the MSR Micro Rocket, and it just collapses, screws onto the top of the fuel canister, and this is a spark igniter which will start the stove, and I can boil water and whatever I need to do in order to cook my food. This is my sleeping mattress. I had to go with a large size sleeping mattress, and I use a Thermarest Neo Air X Lite. I went with the extra large size because I'm a side sleeper, and I did notice with the last pad that I had, the Big Agnes Q-Core, which I like the pad, it just wasn't big enough. So this is the one that I switched it out for. So far I've loved this pad. It's comfortable, it's big, and it does what I need it to. One thing I can't show you is my camera because I'm using it to record this, but I will be carrying the Joby GorillaPod Hybrid. This thing weighs just ounces, and it'll latch onto anything. I like my photography, and I like to be able to take pictures without having my hands on the camera, and so I insist on taking the tripod. This is my electronics kit, which starts with my cell phone. This is a Samsung Galaxy S5, and I'll just use this to communicate, upload videos or pictures to Facebook, and whatnot. In case of an emergency, it's there, and I'm taking it. Also in my electronics kit, this is another Sea to Summit roll top dry bag, by the way. Also in my kit here, charger that charges my phone, and my charging unit, which when fully charged will charge my phone 3 times, my camera 3 times, or it'll charge my headlamp as well. So 3 good charges, phone or camera, and I don't know how many with the headlamp. It seems to charge it like nothing. So anyways, my headlamp is the I ended up getting the Black Diamond Revolt, and the reason that I went with the Black Diamond is so that I can charge with a USB cable. I haven't used this headlamp yet, but I like the fact that it's got a red light for camp at night and reading. Water filter, I use a Sawyer water filter. So what I do, this is my dirty bag, and I'll just scoop water right out of the water source, whether it be a river, lake, or mud puddle in times of desperation. So I'll scoop it in there, and then once I get this thing full of water, my filter here, the Sawyer, plugs right in. I'll hang this from the tree, and the water filters down through. It's quick. This thing will filter water so fast, and I like the fact that I don't have to pump or anything. And this filter weighs about 3 ounces. So that was my choice on that. Now, inside here, I know I said something about taking extra precautions to keep my gear dry, especially in these colder months. It's very important to keep your stuff dry. Make sure that you've got dry clothes when you get to camp. So I've got inside here, I've got a trash compactor bag, and these are heavy duty, and they'll work to keep everything dry. Fits perfect in my pack. Clothes, I'll just go through the clothes real quick. And like I said, I'm carrying extra clothes. This is an Arc'teryx hiking shirt. I'll probably wear this for a town shirt right off the rip. And then this is my main hiking shirt in summer. I love that thing. And I'll use it for an extra layer of warmth if I have to. This is a Patagonia Capilene 3 base layer, so that's another mid-weight, but this thing I actually don't wear as a base layer. I wear it as an over shirt to my base layer, and it gives me an extra layer of warmth there. Another Smartwool merino wool shirt, mid-weight. Like I said, I want to make sure I stay warm out there. 2 extra pairs of socks. One is Darn Tough, and the other pair is Smartwool. Like I said, I prefer the Down Tough socks. Another pair of bottoms, and these are nice because they'll slide over the top of my merino wool if I get really cold out there. And these are Patagonia Capilene 2s, so this is a lightweight base layer. A lot of this stuff I'll be able to send back as it gets warmer. My bag's going to get lighter, and like I said, I may end up switching to a smaller bag. You know, this thing weighs 5 pounds, and I should be able to get a bag between 2 and 3 pounds. Another pair of hiking pants. These things, gosh, I think these are just Columbia hiking pants, and these are great. The thing is, I like to wear pants. I know ticks can be bad, and I may wear shorts in the summer, we'll see, but I prefer to hike in pants, and I've had good luck with these. The reason that I got them, they've got the stretch, and I'm all about that stretch. It helps me move around, keeps me mobile, and that's what I like. Underwear, so I'm wearing 1 pair, and this is my 2nd pair of Ex Officio underwear. These things are great, moisture wicking. They fit tight like compression shorts, so minimal chafing if any, and they're supposed to dry real quick. Wash them at night, dry by the morning. So everybody seems to love those things. That pair I haven't even worn yet, but my other pair I've been wearing for a year now, and they've done really well for me. This is my puffy jacket in case it gets real cold. I'll probably not wear this hiking because I tried hiking in it and it's just too hot. So this is an Arc'teryx Cerium LT jacket. This thing weighs like 9 ounces. It's super lightweight, packs down really small, but it keeps me warm. The main reason I got this is for sleeping at night, just in case I get cold. As you can tell, that's the one thing that I'm worried about starting in March here, is getting cold. And then finally, the last thing in my bag is my sleeping bag. And this here is a Sierra Designs Zuzu 12, so it's rated to 12 degrees. It's a downfill. I think it's 800 downfill. It's at least 750 downfill, but it's lofty, it's warm, and I swear it feels like a cocoon in this thing. I love it. I may do another video before I leave. As of right now, the next video might be about food, because that's what I got to do. I've got to repackage all my food. You can see a lot of this stuff comes in these packages like this, and so repackaging it into Ziploc bags saves a little bit of weight and a lot of space. And oh, one other thing that I wanted to show you guys, my first aid kit. So this includes hand sanitizer, toothbrush, toothpaste, 1 gauze pad, a few aspirins, a couple Q-tips, and some moleskin, and a pair of surgical scissors. My trekking pole will have duct tape on it, because that's another essential part of a first aid kit. So for now, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to be excited to share some really cool videos with you guys once I get out there on the Appalachian Trail. Thank you.